Welcome back to Original Greatness. I am your host, Joseph Martin, and if you're new to the channel, I appreciate you for tuning in. If you want to get your money right, you got to get your mind right. And reading the right books on a regular basis, I found, is the best way to do that. And that brings us to our topic today, Goodreads. Goodreads is an awesome tool you can use to set reading goals and track your progress. And also you can use it to organize your books and connect with other people. Check this out. I hate the fact that there's some people that believe that learning is lame and boring. I believe that being stupid is lame. And I guarantee you it ain't boring, because being stupid is an adventure. You be in a situation and you don't have no idea how you got there. It's like being blindfolded on a roller coaster. Ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is broke. If you want to see ignorance, check the bank account. And if you ain't got a bank account, have mercy. My daddy country. And it sounds like he's saying ham, but he's saying half. Oh my gosh. So look, I made a YouTube short rapping about reading and challenging people to read 10 books in 10 weeks. And that's just a starting point, because I'm going to get you together. The goal is to read 10 books in 10 days. Now, wait a minute. Before I lose you, every book is not this big. Check this out. Look at this book. So it's not the size of the book. It's the value inside the book. So it's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog. I got a bunch of books in my library that's full of value that you can read in less than an hour. So I'm going to get you together. So let me show you how to get Goodreads on your phone. Click on Play Store, click search, type in Goodreads. Oh my gosh, I must be hungry. Type in Goodreads. There we go. Click install, click open. All right, now, if you already have an Amazon account, this is going to be the quickest way to create your Goodreads account. So click continue with Amazon. Type in the email you use to sign into your Amazon account. Enter your password. All right, now it's asking you if you allow Goodreads access to your Amazon account so it can pre-fill in your profile information on Goodreads. Click allow. So click create account to finish registration. All right, this is the reading challenge I was telling you about. Listen, do not doubt yourself. Do not be afraid. You're not in this alone. I'm going to get you together. Put 50 in here. Done. In order for you to get your money right, you got to get your mind right. So I'm going to help you pick these genres. These are the genres you're going to need to help you change your way of thinking and get the information you need to start making better decisions. So biography, business, history, and nonfiction. Now, as a side note, before we move on, for some reason, the genres on the app is limited. There's way more genre options if you actually log on to the website. Why, I don't know. But in my other video, I'll explain why you need to pick those other genres as well. So let's click next. All right, here is where you're going to help Goodreads give you recommendations. In order for Goodreads to do this, you have to rate books that you've already read. If you haven't read enough books yet, don't worry. Just click want to read for the ones that's interesting to you, or rate the ones that you've already read. All right, once you're done rating, go ahead and click next. All right, here is where they're going to give you your recommendation. We can always return to the recommendations later, so let's just go ahead and click next. Here, you can follow authors or people on Goodreads that leave reviews all of the time. Once you do this, whether you want to or not, just go ahead and click finish. I'm going to explain this later, so just click done. All right, this is going to be fun, because you're going to find friends in your contacts that you never would have thought had a Goodreads account. You probably never seen this person with a book. Click find your friends. And now click find contacts. And look, I want to connect with you. Go down in the description, click on my profile, and click a friend request, and I got you. All right, now we're going to add a photo to our profile. So click more, click settings, click settings, click profile, click add photo, and click choose file. All right, now out of these selections, I'm going to select only this time. Now we can take a fresh picture, but I'm going to just pull one from my albums. After you select your photo, click upload. All right, now let me show you how to search these books. Click my books. And at the top of the screen, you see a magnifying glass to the left. Click inside that box, and we're going to search The Richest Man. All right, there you go. Click on the first one. And now, as you can see, that is not the edition that we have. So we're going to search a different way. If you look in that same box on the right-hand side, you'll see a camera icon. Click it. This is a scanner. Goodreads is going to ask for permission to access your camera so you can scan your books. Once you have access, go ahead and scan the cover of your book. All right, we click it. And as you can see, this still isn't the edition. There's another way, and the way that I use to search my books, because it's the most accurate. Enter the ISBN, the International Standard Book Number. It's near the barcode on the back of the book, or it's on the legal page on the inside. So let's enter the ISBN number. All right, once we enter the ISBN number, click the book, and boom. There you go. That's the edition that we have. Now, let's talk about tags and shelves. Every book you read is not going to be a book that you own. That's where creating tags comes in. Click on the down arrow next to want to read. And now right here, if you look down near the bottom, it says create new tag or shelf. Click that. All right, by default, it's already on tag. So if I own a book already, I like to tag it personal library, and then click save. I'm gonna use some movie magic and create 3 more. Boom. Now we have public library if I checked it out, audio if I listened to it, and borrowed if I stole it. Just kidding. Here's some free game. Knowledge is priceless. So look at your books like money. So anyone that wants to borrow a book, if you wouldn't loan them money, tell them where to buy it. Because people that borrow stuff, those that return it and those that don't, both have one thing in common. They both say, I'm gonna give it back. Back to the tags. Keep this in mind. A book can have more than one tag, but it can't be on more than one shelf. You can create a shelf the same way we created tags, but I use the defaults because of that rule. Want to read, currently reading, and read. Want to read reminds me to get it, and after that, I'm reading it or I read it. Let's go on to the reading challenge. Let's click the check mark. Click my books. Anytime you see this bar, and I'm gonna highlight it on the screen, this takes you to the reading challenge. Click it. Now here, we can edit our reading goals, view past challenges, and underneath that, it tells us how many books we need to read a week in order to reach our goal by the end of the year. So if you scroll down, you can see we haven't read any books yet, of course. So I'm going to show you how to update your reading progress so Goodreads can track your challenge. So click My Books, click on Want to Read, and click on The Richest Man in Babylon. All right, in the tags and shelf box where it says Want to Read, click that. And now we're going to click on Currently Reading. So we're going to move the book to the Currently Reading shelf. Click the check mark. All right, we're going to scroll down. And now there's a box that says Update Your Progress. Click that box. And we're going to assume we're on page 100. You see we have 2 options. We can enter the page number, or we can do the math and just tell Goodreads the percentage of the book we've read so far. After we entered that information, we click the check mark. And now you see it automatically did the calculation. It tells us we've read 41% of The Richest Man in Babylon. Now let's assume we finished reading The Richest Man in Babylon. Let's scroll down and we rate it 5 stars. Notice that it automatically put it on the red shelf. Now let's go to another book. Click My Books, go to Want to Read, click on the 16 Undeniable Laws of Communication. And now we're going to rate this book. Let's make this 5 stars also. And as you can see, it automatically put it on the red shelf as well. Now let's go back to the reading challenge. Click My Books, click the reading challenge bar, and scroll to the bottom. Wait a minute. We rated 2 books. Now, why is it only showing we read 1 book? Because if you rate it without putting it on the currently reading shelf, Goodreads knows you read it, but it doesn't know you read it during the challenge. I made that mistake before. So make sure you put it on the currently reading shelf before you tell Goodreads you finished by rating it. Now, let me show you how to get back to your recommendations, because as you read and rate, your recommendations are going to update as well. So click on More and click on Top Picks for You. And this is how you get back to your recommendations. Now, up in the right-hand corner, you see a bell icon, click it. Now, this is where you're going to get your notifications, your messages, and your requests. Goodreads might ask you if you allow it for notifications or not, but you can always go back to the settings and cut that on and off as you wish. Here's a tip. If you read a book that you found a lot of value in, research the author. If they wrote one great book, chances are they wrote another one. So after you find a book, I'm going to give you an example. Click My Books. We're going to click on Want to Read. Click on the 16 Undeniable Laws. Now right here, we're going to click on John C. Maxwell. Now this brings up the author of this book, and it should give you a bio about the author and a list of their books. And as you can see, it tells you how many books he authored. Now, he authored 795 books. This should be more than enough to get you started. But remember, there's a lot more you can do and control on the website than on the app. And you know, on this channel, I'm an advocate for you getting a computer at bare minimum, a laptop, because in order to get your money right, you got to get your mind right. And you are a business. What business you know that only operate from phones? You need a computer, man. You need a computer. All right. It's about that time. All right. Now let's go to the book bag and see what we have today. Okay. We got Revenge of the Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell. This came in a box and it was too big to put in the book bag. So that's why we're not opening it up. But let's see what else we got. Let's see what this is. What Was the Vietnam War by Jim O'Connor. Now remember, I was telling you, I'm going to get you together. See how it's a small book? Now, you like, man, that's a children's book. I ain't about to read no children's book. Listen, brother, you need to read on a regular basis. Don't get turned off by the fact that it looked like a children's book. You need to get the habit of reading first before you start worrying about bigger books. So look, don't let the outside fool you. Great information. It's concise. It's something you can sit down and you can read in one sitting. It has adult photos, not them type of adult photos, but they real photos. It's not cartoon illustrations like this one. But look at it this way. You get valuable information, and if you got kids, you can also read it to them. It's at a certain reading level. What you're trying to do is develop the habit and the mindset of I am a reader. Give your mind evidence of you reading books on a consistent basis from start to finish. You don't want to start off with a big book because it's going to take you forever to do it anyway. The other great thing about these books from WhoHQ, which I'll put the link either down in the description or somewhere on this video, they tell you the books that they got the content from. And they'll tell you if it was a children's book or if it was a book that has a higher reading level on it, if you're embarrassed to read a children's book. But don't worry about that right now. Get you a library card. And these books, I think, is like $7 on Amazon at the most. I've seen them as cheap as like $4 on Amazon. As we bring this episode to a close, I want you to remember that the school system does not have a monopoly on education, and being educated and informed is your own responsibility. I appreciate you for tuning in. Leave a like and comment. I would love to hear from you, and God bless.